Tech dreams big. Colossal Biosciences is dreaming bigger, taking a swing at bringing back animals that have died out, some thousands of years ago. More than a hard science problem, de-extinction is a new frontier of scientific discovery. When you do this, like there's no tech you're leveraging. Like this doesn't exist.
No. We have to do this from scratch, right?
It's a moonshot that demands new tools, new techniques.
What is synthetic biology coupled with AI?
It's being able to synthesize full genomes, swap them in, directed evolution, making edits. And so the idea that we are moving from reading genomes to writing genomes, AI is actually going to be accelerating work like synthetic biology.
Tell me why de-extinction matters. I suspect there are people out there who are like, well, that's just the natural order. That's natural selection at work.
We are in the sixth mass extinction, and humans are impacting it. We don't think we're an alternative to conservation. We think we're an additive to conservation. We know it works, but it's not working at the speed at which we're eradicating species and changing environments.
Reviving a species starts with a complex integration challenge. Which lost animal can reclaim a place in the living world?
How do you choose any of your species? Why mammoth?
First, can you do it? Let's start there. Is there DNA? Is there close enough surrogates? There's this multi-dimensional model. Can it exist today? Does it have an impact on the ecosystem? Does it have an impact on other animals? We're very, very excited about one of our new species. The bluebuck, shortly after it was identified, 30 years later, it's extinct.
Because they're being hunted?
More so loss of habitat. And so a lot of these tools, from assisted reproductive technologies to understanding population diversity and genetic bottleneck, can go to help save antelopes today.
So you're almost climbing back up the evolution tree.
Yeah, exactly.
Each species brings its own technical hurdles. Thylacine requires a record number of simultaneous gene edits. Woolly mammoths have a 22-month gestation period, and a successful birth is only the beginning.
So here at Colossal, I'm the chief animal officer.
You watch the Jurassic Park movies, and at the end, there's like the dinosaur supervisor.
Yeah.
And it's like the dude had one job.
So yeah, hopefully I do mine better. I get to oversee all the animal care management of the animals we study today.
No mammoth yet, but its woolly genes are already taking a test drive.
These are the analogous genes in mice so that we could validate the exact DNA sequence that we expected to make. So we created the world's first ever woolly mice.
Colossal's first big comeback? Dire wolves. And with their return, the next set of unknowns emerge. How to care for creatures no one has seen in recent history.
So with almost every project we're working on in de-extinction, our goal is to put these animals back in the wild one day. Direwolf is a great case study to understand all the downstream effects of genetic engineering and de-extinction.
What if this turns into a new kind of invasive species?
We need to understand what are the impacts at every step so that we can slowly work our way towards full release of an animal that has these amazing ecological impacts. Bones can only tell us so much, but nothing like sitting down and watching our three direwolves interact with nature for a day. That'll tell you more than anybody could have ever understood from a paleontological dig.
What I'm realizing is the fields that have to play a role here exceed even engineering.
We have to create animal care strategies and guidelines for taking care of species that nobody's ever cared for before. When we get ready to take an animal from human care and put it back into the wild, it is almost an engineering project in itself, because we're saying, how can we use the animal as a tool to engineer the ecosystem and have the effects we desire?
You've sparked the imaginations of people all around the world of what's possible.
What we're doing to inspire the next generation of conservation scientists, of engineers, of lab technicians, I think those are the effects that we won't really feel until well after our lifetime.
If it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be a moonshot.
Right? Exactly.
The most daunting moonshots carry the greatest promise. In the quest for de-extinction, Colossal is advancing genetic engineering and conservation technologies that may safeguard species today and seed a more resilient world tomorrow. Follow along for more tech that's built different.